Yo, what's happening, boys and girls? How the devil are we? Shanksy here, and today we are hopefully going to be kicking off a new feature here on the channel where we do roster reviews for you guys. So if anyone is interested in a roster review, I'm going to try and get through about one a week. We'll see how that goes, see what happens. I'm sure at some point we'll develop an easier format for it and be able to go through it a little bit quicker. So then, who knows, we might be able to do 2, 3 a week, something like that. But until then, we're going to try and do one a week. So if you're interested, Discord link is down below. Message me on that. So we are going to do a review today of a really, really good friend of mine, Rob. He's in the same alliance as me. Really big part of the stream as well. He pops in all the time. Absolutely top bloke. And the thing that interests me the most about this is he's on about 432 days played when we took the screenshots. But he is totally free to play. Well, I say totally. He spent 99p on 55 Merc shards, Merc Lieutenant shards, I believe. And I think that was actually done after this video. So in over a year, he's spent £1. Ain't bad going, right? Ain't bad going. Compared to, like, I don't know, I don't want to say wow, I'll go like a dolphin, maybe. You know, it's going to be really, really interesting to have a little look and see what we can do. Before we do get into it, guys, don't forget, if you like the video, want to see more content like this, hell, even if you're interested in getting your own roster reviewed, do me a favour, make sure you hit the like button. Leave a comment down below if you can. And if you want to go above and beyond to help grow this channel, consider hitting that subscribe button, because it's only with your help that we can continue putting out this content. And I'm so glad you guys like it. Right, without further ado, let's get into it. So, real quickly, we're going to have a very quick look at his front page. I will hide myself while we do so. His total collection power is 2.9.5 million. Strongest team power is 350k. War MVP 0. Total characters collected 113. Now this bit really interested me as well. Was characters at max star rank. There's only 10, and I can only assume that's just got to do with a huge gold crunch, especially when you're not able to pick up the offers. And when you're not picking up the offers, it's going to be tough, right? So having a little look at his roster going into it. We can see he's working on Loki straight away. He's got Shocker there as well that he's working on. I feel like a lot of people are working on Shocker at the moment. You know, I feel like Sinister Six is a real big part. 2 legendary unlocks tied to it. Really strong villain team. Great in a war in both defense and offense. They have that insane burst. So I like the fact that he's working on Shocker. Aim monstrosities in Scientist Supreme are pretty low. I feel like, personally, I would be working on Scientist Supreme incredibly hard right now. Only trouble is, I know Coulson and Scientist Supreme both need that tech gear. It's such a tough call on where you're going from there. But Scientist Supreme, in my mind, is a guaranteed needs to be worked on without a shadow of a doubt. Even if it's not for the AIM team. I feel like there's so many different facets to Scientist Supreme's game. She can fit into so many teams, whether it be in wars, whether it be in raids, whatever. She can fit in a lot of different places, and she's an absolutely phenomenal character. So out of all them guys there on the top row, Loki, I totally understand, working for Phoenix, totally makes sense. He's nearing that 6 stars for Loki as well. So I would be pushing out of those two, Loki and Scientist Supreme, incredibly hard. Now, where my big old head is in the way, I'm blocking Star-Lord, who's on about 67k, Spider-Man 67k, and then it goes down to about 61k. What I'm not going to forget, though, is that absolute behemoth of a Wolverine there. Ooh-wee! 100k Wolverine. And apparently, Rob says he's still shit. It will make a big difference once he's got Phoenix. I think that will make a big difference without a shadow of a doubt. So, moving on a little bit further. Now, unfortunately, we took some screenshots. The typo got messed up a little bit, so we might see a couple of duplicate characters in the first few screenshots. So Minerva, he's got a 4-star. Unfortunately, just not farmable. Ultron's looking really good there at 53k. He's level 71. I definitely recommend taking him up to 75 as and when. It's not really essential, but it's obviously always nice to do so. Fury's looking good there. Deadpool, Rocket Raccoon. My big head's in the way of a 50k Juggernaut. 49k Crossbones. That's a really big Crossbones. That's a really big Crossbones. I feel like maybe a few too many resources may have gone into that. A decent sized Hulk there as well. He's on 231 shards. Groot, Storm. So they're all fairly solid. I probably wouldn't work on any of them guys anymore. I feel like they're all on decent power levels. I wouldn't mind seeing a bit more of the Hulk, seeing what he's capable of. But the 3 red star, I probably wouldn't even push the Hulk too much more. I push my Hulk only because he's 6 red star. And to be honest, I haven't seen huge returns for my investment either. Pyro is an absolute beast. I would literally be working on Pyro. There, he's got 5 red stars on that Pyro. And I don't know about you guys, if I encounter a Pyro in in Arena, I really struggle sometimes, you know, really struggle with them Pyros in Arena. So I think, and at the 5 red stars, that's when you really want to start focusing. Drax is good as gold, 42k. You probably leave him where he is. Iron Fist, 42k. I feel like I've probably taken my defenders up too much. I probably feel like that's the limit that I should have stopped at. But obviously try and get him to 7-star as and when. Pretty sexy Captain Marvel there at 42k. Again, I would try and push her up a little bit higher. Especially for war. She's an absolute beast in war defense. Nice Punisher there. My big head's in the way of Jessica Jones, Daredevil, Luke Cage. So you know what? The Defenders team seems about just a nice... I guess I'd put about 164k, something like that. 165k, something like that. And that seems like a decent block. No, about 200, what am I talking about? About 205k. So yeah, that's a nice chunk of the Defenders. I guess they're pretty decent all round. I probably wouldn't push them too much higher. Magneto with Pyro there. I'd probably be working on him a little bit more if possible. Depending on where the others are. Let's have a little look. So we've got a Jugs up there as well. 50k Jugs. 50k Jugs. 40k. Yeah, you know what? Magneto's definitely worth looking at as well. But we'll be able to see the teams when we get a little bit further into the video. So, again, we're going to see a little bit of duplicates just to start with. Rescue, level 60. Could probably do with some more levels, but she's a decent little score there. I feel like Rescue's one of the most important yet underrated of the Power Armor team. You know, it's really once she pings that offense up is when everyone then goes. The Power Armor team are useless if that Rescue dies before she pings that offense up. You know, they really do lose some serious firepower. Nice Sabretooth there at 37k. So that's a pretty decent Brotherhood team. Right. Mystique is there at 36. So yeah, Falcon's at 33. You know what? I would personally favourite Falcon and be looking at him for energy. At least trying to farm out his node a little bit. Power Armor, such a big team. Such big war potential. Not so great in other areas. You know, they're good in Arena. Especially on offense, they're good pretty much everywhere for one single battle. Not so much in raid. So I'd be looking at Falcon for a little bit. But obviously I understand that probably what's going through your mind is Phoenix. Phoenix. And I totally understand that. Gamora at 33, I'd probably leave her where she is. Shield Security. So you've got quite a big Fury, if I'm not mistaken. So on that image there, quite a big Fury, quite a big Medic. I'd start working on security as well if you can. Security would definitely be a focus. Security is literally the linchpin of the shield team. You know, when anyone drops below that green health bar, security kicks in, gets that taunt up, and you want a strong enough security to be able to tank that first soiree, as it were. Psylocke is on 33k, pretty damn decent. Black Widow 32k, very nice indeed. War Machine 33k. Have a little look. Rhino, that's a huge Rhino. That would be absolutely beautiful for punching up against defenders. Vision at 31k. So all round, it's a decent power armor team. I'd probably strengthen it a little bit if possible. But again, all of the guys, and I'm really noticing this as I'm saying this, all of the guys that I'm pretty much suggesting to work on all require tech gear, mate. So I totally feel your pain. Black Panther there, I've got to be honest, my own Wakandan team is neither here nor there either. Sure, he's a really good one to work on, but other than that, I've been fairly slack. Scarlet Witch at 30k, Merc Lieutenant at 30k, Captain America at 29, Shield Operative. I'd stop working on Shield Operative. Shield Operative's use, in my opinion, in the whole Shield team at the moment is pretty much null and void, as with Trooper, in my opinion. So you can probably leave them guys where they are. Mordo is looking pretty good there at 30k, so that's 30k as well. So you've got the start of a supernatural team coming along. Excuse me. And we've got Yondu there at 29. So again, Yondu I'd probably leave where he is. Wouldn't be focusing too much on them guys. Speaking of the supernatural team, I'd definitely be looking more at the supernatural team. All of your guys seem pretty close together so far from what I've seen on the supernatural team. Scarlet Witch, Mordo, Doctor Strange. They're an absolutely huge team. Absolutely huge team. And they're probably the first team that we've mentioned that doesn't require tech gear. So you might be able to work on both of them. And yeah, it all really depends what you're working on. So for war, I personally, I don't know about you guys watching, but I personally like to try and get my teams up to about 200 to 250k. I think at 200 to 250k, that team in my mind is set, you know, and it's got a decent punch-up potential versus its hard counters. So at 220, 230, you know, you can normally start punching up 30, 40k. Then sometimes with teams like, I don't know, Power Armor, you can punch up much, much higher, as with X-Men. I feel like this roster, once you've got Phoenix, I feel like it's going to be game-changing for you, because you've got such a good base of X-Men there as well. Carnage, Venom. Carnage is a right pain in the arse to farm. I've just been trying to get him through orbs and stuff when he comes up. Right pain in the arse to farm. Venom, Green Goblin. So the Spider-Verse seems there or thereabouts as well. You know what I really like what you've done so far? Is pretty tight grouping. Thor, I would definitely start keeping a bit more of an eye on Thor. I think with Thor's rework, his passive is naughty. Absolutely naughty. So now we're going down to the lower echelons of the roster, you know, but again, everything's quite tight. I really like the way that you've tried to level people up, like Killmonger and Baku. Bam, they're both like 18Ks. Nobu, Elektra, most of your hand guys all around that type of mark. I like what you're doing there. I like what you're doing there. I wish I had that type of restraint to be able to do that myself. I normally go one character and I'm like, boom, I'm working on you. You seem to be more of the let's work on the team at the time thing. Shield Assault is definite. In fact, I would say probably top priority, especially from a war point of view, would be the Shield team. Agent Coulson, Shield Assault, Shield Security. You've got a real good medic, a real good Fury. If you can get them three guys up, you've got a real scary team there. Decent red stars on Assault, 3 on Coulson as well. I'd be working on that, baby. And I say that from a purely selfish perspective as well, because if he gets a naughty Shield team, our alliance is looking even better. Mysterio, Vulture, again, everyone's tightly grouped. I like it a lot. Probably still keep an eye on your Kreese if you're looking at going 7-star on Fury. Ravager Boomer, I'd leave him where he is. I've got a 6 red star Ravager Boomer. I don't think I've used him. Nebula, I'd leave where she is. Cable, at the moment, you've got a decent Deadpool, but I'd probably leave Cable where he is at the moment as well. And this is going to get then fairly straightforward. Most of the hand people, meh. Fantastic Four, need looking at. The trouble is they're not farmable, right? And I totally get that. They're not farmable, but they're absolutely huge. Hella for the Asgardians, Ghost Rider, that whole Supernatural team is looking pretty damn good. I prefer, in war, especially in offense, I prefer the Fantastic Four. I feel like they've got a good... My Fantastic Four is about 230. They've got a good 50k punch up in the Fantastic Four. Where I don't feel like my 200k Supernatural team have... Oh, I don't know. I don't trust them enough. I think that's what it is. I don't trust them enough. But we'll get there. So out of them guys, I would definitely be looking at trying to bring up Mr. Fantastic, Human Torch. I see Thing down below on the next slide as well. Thing. Try and look at them. Namor as well. Namor is actually the aggressor in the war. Again, not farmable. I feel like Fantastic Four's got to become farmable real soon, though. Like, real soon. So, keep an eye out on them. Plus, they mostly require bio gear. So, if we're looking at this, so far, we've got Supernatural team that you can work on with the Mystic gear. We've got the Fantastic Four that you can work on with the bio gear. And obviously, shield with your tech gear. Not looking bad, not looking bad. Gives a bit of a wide range of things. Obviously, ABCs are going to be a bitch, but that's about it. Hand Archer, all these guys deserve to be there, deserve to be at the bottom without a shadow of a doubt. Hydras, yeah, they'll get a rework one day. Phoenix is going to be huge for you, dude. Phoenix is going to be huge for you. And again, if you're working on Sinister Six, which I see you doing with Shocker, and so he's on 4. What was your... How close are you? It was that one, wasn't it? There we go. So Mysterio's on 5. Vulture 6. You've got Big Rhino. Sinister 6, you should get Invisible Woman next time round. So that will really be the linchpin on your Fantastic Four team as well. Pretty damn sweet. So there would be the areas that I work on. 3 core teams, Fantastic Four, Supernatural, and your Shield team. Out of those 3, the priority for me would be Shield. Start boosting up Shield Security, start boosting up Coulson and Shield Assault. They all play such a valuable role. Don't worry about Trooper, don't worry about Operative. Forget about them. Find a little Blitz team, little corner of the world for them. Don't worry about them. But those 3 in particular would be where I'm starting to look at. So right, let's have a little look at the teams. Looking pretty good there. I can imagine that's got really nice punch up ability. 50k rocket. Woo-wee! Yeah, looks solid. I really like the fact that you're using Deadpool in place of Phoenix. I wonder how she gets on. I'd be curious to know. I'm guessing not as well as that team with punch up material as you've got them below, but that's a guess. On this team, on your Shield team, I'd probably already drop Operative out. Get rid of Operative, even though you're going to be losing a bit. For Blitz, you probably want to keep him in there. But yeah, for any other game mode, you're going to be losing about 15k power, but it's so worth it. It's so worth it. Like, so worth it. The utility that Coulson brings, plus you get Operative anyway via the Shield Fury minions. Well worth doing. Yeah, 206k. I was close enough. I said 204, something like that. So yeah, they're looking spot on. I wouldn't be working on them anymore. If you can get them up higher stars eventually, lovely. If not, not a big deal. The mutants could do with a bit more of a go. They're much more versatile, much more used than the defenders. So they're looking pretty good. Again, it's going to be tough where you're putting your resources, and I'm guessing you're saving quite a few resources for mutants for Phoenix. So totally understood. Old school Spider-Verse. I like it, man. I like it. I might even look at taking Spider-Man out for a Brawlers team. I don't know if you're running one. I feel like old school Spider-Verse, I feel like these guys can be spread out a little bit and actually make a better team than old school Spider-Verse. Like, for example, Green Goblin going in Sinister Six. keep Carnage and Venom together, you know, and then move them around. What did we see earlier in War? Actually, in War, we saw a Carnage, Venom, Asgardian team. Naughty. So you can spread them guys out a little bit better, rather than Old School Spider-Verse. I feel like Old School Spider-Verse never really took off the way they were hoping it. Power Armor team 170k. I still bet that's got a beautiful little punch up. So yeah, the more that you work on them, the even higher you can punch up. Make sure they're not on war defense. They're always an offense team. I feel like we're using Minerva twice here. So yeah, I feel like we've already seen Minerva. I'd be curious to see what one you tend to favour, or do you refresh Minerva? Again, this is, you know what? I'd probably scrap this team entirely and try and turn this into a Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel brawler team. In fact, let's have a little look. Where was that Miss Marvel? Where was she? Didn't miss her, did I? She might be on a page where we type of messed up. Yeah, I'd definitely be trying to look in maybe more of a brawler team than that. Yeah, I feel like a brawler team would serve you a lot better. And again, you can use Spider-Man and people like that you can drag out of that team. Old school Wave 1 Avengers, I like it a lot. Again, Thor now moving more towards the Asgardians, but again, you can probably put in maybe Miles Morales in that. I'll give it a whirl. Ultron team, I like it. Nice big crossbones there. Got hand sentry for the invis, defense up, offense up. Yeah, makes sense. I'm trying to think what else we could use instead of that. Let me have a little look at the other teams. So yeah, you're using Green Goblin there as well. I'd probably literally, maybe with this one, maybe start looking at putting your higher like Venom, Carnage, maybe into this team, and start trying to move towards the more meta teams, as it were. With obviously Supernatural would be the idea. Wakandans looking good. They're well worth working on, but I'm in exactly the same boat. I think our Wakandan teams are literally the same power. I just can't find the time, the gold, gear, the energy, the willpower, nor the inclination to level them up. So yeah, I'm in the same boat as you. American Chavez, that's pretty new. I bet that team wins quite a bit as well in Blitz. 66k on aim, well worth working on. Again, starts with Scientist Supreme. She is the linchpin of that team, and so many others. And right, that is pretty much complete on the roster. We've gone through it all. I hope you guys have enjoyed that. I know I might have gone on a little bit. I hope you guys have enjoyed that. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you would be interested in the roster review. Let me, you know what, don't let me know, let Rob know if there's anything you would be working on. You know, what bits of the advice that you agree with and what bits of advice you would like to see or would recommend him work on. That's what I'm intrigued about. Let's do a community roster review. And guys, if you have liked the video, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And until next time, I shall see you on the flip side. Take it easy.